Last time on Mims and Maim.
Let's make sure we're still recording, girl. We are still recording, girl.
Oh, Lord.
And now, the conclusion.
The hole at the center of this donut. A donut hole in a donut's hole. Donut hole has a hole in its center. It is not a donut hole, but a smaller donut with its own hole. And our donut is not a hole at all.
Hey, girl. Hey, with your hairstyle rooted in Jesus.
Rooted in Jesus! Yay! My hairstyle definitely screams out tenor. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Mine screams out no rhythm, so here we are.
Fascinating rhythm, gotta be on the run. Fascinating rhythm, gotta have some. Yes, honey. Yes. So last night's musical title for improv was called Bye Bye Twitter, and it was great. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. The highlight of the night was the Tumblr tango. So basically, they did a song about Tumblr trying to entice people over to Twitter, and there was just a lot of porn talk.
Have you heard what Twitter's doing today?
Oh no! Now what are they doing?
They're removing links to other social media and link trees.
Oh,
so dear listeners, we may not be that active on Twitter for very much longer. It may be. Mims and Maim may be dead on Twitter because I don't know how we auto post up there. We our link trees are all up there.
Right.
You can follow us on Facebook at Mims and Maim.
Instagram
Mims and Maim. Who knew Meta would be the ones that aren't as evil as Twitter?
It's really so that actually makes a lot of sense. I saw a post not about that, but a post in regards to that, and so I wasn't actually sure about the context of the post because it was like Linda Carter made a funny post about it.
I do have a question though.
I like questions.
Is OnlyFans a social media?
Technically, yes.
Technically, being treated as one. Anyway,
because you don't actually have to. I mean, that is true. Actually, you're right because that could have some real implications.
And a lot of people losing a lot of money. Right,
okay, Twitter, what y'all gonna do?
That's exactly right. Don't
take the same fall that Tumblr did.
I mean, Tumblr's allowing that back on their site now, and that's part of it's been because everybody thought Elon Musk was gonna ban nudes, right?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I do. I think it's coming.
I don't think
or
so.
not coming, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, dear listeners,
I don't think so because of all of the of his fan base. I don't think so.
Dear listeners, we'd like to welcome you back to part 2 of our Christmas special while we're doing Knives Out. Numero dos. We're going to find out if there's going to be a numero trace or just numero dos after this. But thank you for coming back. Yeah. But before we get started, Maim, would you please open up a gift to find out what the next podcast we're going to do is? Dear listeners, we are going to do a new podcast called Mims and Maim Hidden Gems, where we go through some of our favorite
ASMR.
Some of our favorite smaller run TV shows. And if Maim can figure out how to get this thing open while put in a Ricola. Not sponsored.
I'm just trying to do an ASMR.
Well, you can't even hear it. So
okay, never mind.
Yeah, just get the damn thing out of there.
Ooh, I'm reaching down into the sack.
Reach down deep into that sack, girl, and pull it out.
It's hard and angular. Oh.
Ackum.
Oh my God! Stop. Oh.
So we're gonna do The Critic as our first run. You can watch it on, I believe, Tubi or Crackle, one of the two, with us. But it will be released on Patreon first, and then come out everywhere else later. So,
dear listeners, this sitcom kind of changed. To be very honest with you.
Yeah, it did. It changed our world.
We were two very, very unusual young guys that did not have anybody around us that understood our humor, and then this came out.
Yeah. And I learned something else about this. Yes. So, dear listeners, if you don't know anything about The Critic, it started off on ABC, made it through half a season, and got pulled over to Fox for a full season.
Where it should have started to begin with.
That's exactly right.
Because he was a spinoff of The Simpsons. It
followed The Simpsons as sort of the beginning of their animation Sunday, right?
Yep.
When they put it onto following it, Matt Groening lost his mind and said, "How dare you put this horrible show after my show and use the Simpsons as a lead-in for something that is destined to fail? How dare you?" Like, a tirade.
Yeah, he was upset.
He was. But, you know, he's kind of right in that, like it is not as good as...
Oh, no, it's not
Simpsons.
A good one.
It was at the time.
Yeah.
However, with what The Simpsons has become, he doesn't really have that much room to talk.
I mean, technically, it wasn't... When I go back and I think about some of the episodes of The Critic, right? I think to myself how much it was actually a little ahead of its time.
It was.
And some of its humor, if you look at the humor, it's kind of like Rocko's Modern Life, right? Mm-hmm. Rocko's Modern Life is the template for all modern adult animation comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so it's like, but back then people thought it was weird. So it's like, I think in hindsight, we can look at it now, and this is probably a good time to do reflection on it now. It's like,
that's true.
Let's do this, because it's going to be, you know, they predicted how ridiculous the Jurassic Park franchise was going to be. And there it is.
And some of the jokes, though, y'all, some of the jokes do not hit now. Like, they are of the time.
But that's lots of things in the 90s, though. I mean, think about
that's
Friends,
true.
for goodness sake. Poor Friends is getting raked across the coals now because people are like, oh, wow, you guys really let all this fly?
Yeah, but Gen Zers love it. They love Friends. They adore Friends.
It's very weird.
I didn't like Friends then.
I didn't like it either. It was something that we would put on, though, while we're waiting for better stuff to come on.
Like Mad About You?
Why did you even bring that? Why did you even say it out loud?
So
she has an Oscar. Oh my God, she has an Oscar.
Who?
Helen Hunt.
Yeah, she does. Helen Hunt is a good actress.
I know. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Look, she was great in Twister.
Yes. It's difficult. It's not hard to shine in that movie.
And she was good. I enjoyed as good as it gets. I enjoyed that movie too.
No. I think that I feel like her winning the Oscar that year for that movie, I thought, you know what? If anybody deserves an Oscar, it's the person who had to put up with 7 months of shooting a movie with Jack Nicholson. I thought, yes, she deserves it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because that was like peak Jack Nicholson. That was when he was starting to get a little loopy.
Yeah, that's fair. You've got a very good point there. Throw that woman a Schlosker.
Just give her a Schlosker.
So, girl, let's get into this. We'll start with a recap, but then we'll get into it.
I like a nightcap.
This is part 2 of Knives Out.
Choo, 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 choo.
So, previous, Harlan's dead. Linda had to work hard for everything. Marta's got some blood on her shoes. Walt has everything handed to him, but still wants more. Ransom we haven't met, but he was yelling a lot. Walt's son is a Nazi. Joni has been double dipping in Harlan's money. Did I miss anything?
No, not so far. That's where we're kind of like at that established point now.
Yeah, and like we flashed out where Marta has blood on her shoes. That is she's sitting there after watching Murder, She Wrote. She's tapping her foot, and it zooms dead in on her with blood on her shoes.
She got bloody shoes.
She got bloody shoes, girl. She got bloody shoes.
Come on, Cardi B, where you at? Do a cameo.
Where are you at, Cardi B? Do a cameo.
Could you imagine if, like, when they did the zoom, 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 and then all of a sudden that song started playing? Oh, man.
Speaking of zoom, 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 did I ever tell you a story about that?
About Zoom?
Well, the song Rump Shaker. Anyway, I was at a wedding. I was at a white wedding.
Not a white wedding.
A white wedding.
Ooh, white people.
That was up on a hill in Philadelphia. Okay, we were in a park at a Underground Railroad stop, like the last stop in the north before Canada in Philly. It's a museum and it's a huge park around there. Okay. It's beautiful. Like it is beautiful, and you look over the park. It is absolutely gorgeous. But the house that's there was the stop. Anyway, so down on the ground level, there was a black family reunion, right?
Okay.
And they were playing some old school R&B.
Yes.
The naughtiest thing I heard out of them was Single Ladies.
Oh, and it's not that naughty.
And it was like, I'll sing that. You could barely hear it. Well, the white people were like, oh my God, that music is too loud. That music is too loud. They need to respect us and turn down their music during the ceremony. So they, being Italians, climbed down the mountain or climbed down the hill to tell this nice black family to please turn down their music because they are being loud. They march back up the hill. It's time for the ceremony, and as the preacher is getting ready to start, all you hear cranked as loud as it could is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom, and shake your rump.
Oh, yes.
You could not even hear the minister anymore.
Oh, my ancestors are so happy right now.
And girl, did they crank the dirtiest, the most horrible language gangster rap after that? Yes, girl, they did.
God, yes. Thank you to everyone that did that. I appreciate that so much.
I just looked at my husband, grabbed his hand, and said, "Shake your rump." And turned back to the.
It's funny. So actually, it's speaking of white folks behaving hilariously. So this past Thursday, while we were doing karaoke, we had a large influx of people suddenly, and my hosting partner Carlos discovered that we were the after party for a conference for pediatric doctors.
Oh,
no. Talk about doctors behaving badly.
Oh, yeah, no, they're the worst.
The peak of it got when one of them decided to do Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. And I turned around because everybody's screaming like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. Oh, right? And all that was happening when I turned around was one particularly drunk white lady was basically like doing the butt. Like she was just shaking her butt. That's all she was doing. She wasn't. That's it. And but according to all of them, like that is the craziest thing they'd ever seen. I just turned back around. I said, they hope they tip me. That's
Did they? Did they tip you?
A couple of them tipped me. A couple of them. A few of them. But not enough of them to deal with what I had to deal with. My ears are still recovering from some of those notes. Girl.
Was there any country sung?
There was a couple. Okay. Not a lot. So I'm guessing they're probably not from like the flyovers. Okay. so there wasn't a lot of that. There was just a lot of angsty white girl songs combined with the black songs that are okay for white people to like.
I Will Always Love You.
Yeah.
A
lot of that. So
single
it was just
ladies.
Oh my God, yes.
I feel like we're on $10,000 pyramid. I'm trying to get
basically
you say black songs that are okay for white people to like.
It was just a lot. So it was just very funny.
Thriller.
Every time they started screaming like something crazy was happening, I would turn back around again to see what crazy thing is happening.
Sitting by the dock of the bay,
wasting time. That's so just FYI for you to know this about that song. When a white dude wants to show off for his lady, that is the go-to song. I don't know why. I just noticed
because they can whistle.
Happening.
Anyway, we're at the security shack.
Hey, Shack.
And they're watching a video of the night that Harlan died.
Yes.
To see if anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
And Marta takes the video. It's like I'll deal with this. I'll hold on to it right now.
I'll hold on to the video for you.
Because previously she parked in the woods. She couldn't remember if it was before or after the white elephant she was supposed to like park. Mm-hmm. So she's going to try to deal with this video. So they're searching in the woods and they're searching for Ransom because they think that he's that like we find out that everybody's looking for Ransom. Nobody knows where he is, but they have an address.
Yes.
10 Canoke Street. We know that he's at 10 Canoke Street, wherever the hell that may be, right? They're looking at the footprints. There's footprints in the mud, and Marta is like, they tell Marta to stop, and she turns around and she walks back over the footprints and like destroys them, like absolutely ruins them.
That was the best acting the whole time. Yeah. What do you mean? What? I should go backwards to forwards? What?
So the dogs are let loose, and we find out the dogs are very happy to see Marta. Okay,
they love her.
They love her, and the dogs turn back around as Linda's parking. We learn that the dogs absolutely love Linda too.
Exactly.
So little hint, they probably didn't kill. Neither one of them probably killed Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
One little side thing that Marta does is she also takes a kitchen magnet and rubs it up against the tape to destroy the tape, right?
I love when she did that.
Girl, I wonder, do you remember back in the 90s? We received a porno tape from someone.
Oh, yeah.
I am wondering if that is still somewhere in my house.
Oh, Lord. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think I took it back.
I made a copy. You crazy?
Oh, okay. I forgot we used to do that too.
Of course, girl, I had a camera and a video camera, and I would, yeah. No. You okay? No. That sounds like I took a video of the thing. That's not what I meant. I used one on the record and one on the play.
I know. I was just a visual for
picture my teenage ass sitting there with the little camera.
I knew that that's not what you did, but just the visual that evoked.
God, I mean, I'm glad I didn't. You think you could.
Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing. Oh, that would have been.
It would have been. It really would have been. I have a bunch of Betamax videos too. I wonder, Lord, can you even find a player or something for those?
I made some joke about Betamax the other day, and somebody looked at me like, "What is that?" I was like, "I'm old."
Have they not watched Cowboy Bebop?
I guess not. They wouldn't realize. They wouldn't remember that stuff anyway.
Okay, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but it's just funny, like, because somebody was making some kind of joke, and I was like, oh, it was probably on Betamax, and they were just like,
What is a Betamax?
Yeah. So
what is a Betamax?
Like,
who is this Betamax you speak of?
Is that movie from Disney with the giant white thingy?
Well, the wheel ringing's going to be at 10. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Marta and Blanc head to the study.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ransom shows up.
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, you show up now.
And the dogs bark at him.
What?
And I got a question for you throughout this entire thing. Just something.
Who let the dogs out?
No.
Okay.
Did it look to you like Chris Evans was wearing eye makeup? Like a subtle little, like, it looked pink over his eyes to me.
I think that's...
or is he just naturally pink-lidded?
I think he's just naturally pink-lidded because I actually had that thought too, and I remembered that I had the same thought when I watched one of the Captain Americas.
Is that another term for uncircumcised? Pink-lidded.
I mean, if it's engorged. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, I should not. I should just stop talking.
Girl, I need to read to you a message. Dear listeners, my father is a sociopath. And so part of the reason this, my father had to have an adult circumcision, because he got infected, but that's beside the point. Yeah, girl, yeah.
You ain't never told me that before.
Oh Lord, he was out for 2 weeks. Adult circumcisions are no joke.
Okay, dude.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't remember. I think he got a zipper cut and then like.
Oh Lord, it got infected.
Yeah,
Lord.
So my father just sent me a message, and I'm going to read it to the people because this is how sociopaths act. Keep in mind, I have not spoken to my father since I was 21. Sounds right.
It's been a long time, girl.
It's been 2 decades. But I do keep him on Facebook so he knows that I'm alive, right? So he can see that I see the messages and like, because otherwise he starts bothering my friends like Maim.
That was so weird.
Here we go. Are you still alive? Please let me know. I am, and it's time for us to get together. Time is fleeting, so man up and let's get tough.
I'm sorry, what? What? He did not.
So I had to explain to my mother what, like my mother was like, well, you know, your dad is getting older. Maybe you want to talk to him. Maybe you want to see him. I was like, Mom, my father's a sociopath. Like, and the reason he says this is not because he wants anything to do with me necessarily. He just wants to make himself feel good. And seeing me would make himself feel good. There is no empathy there. It is not related to me at all. And like, I'm a failure in his life because he failed, and he's trying to fix that so he didn't fail, not because of my own feelings towards the situation.
Girl.
And I don't think my mother's ever like had it explained to her that way, and it kind of made sense. So after I mentioned that, she just quit bringing it up. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he put man up, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and like, not that my father was ever actually diagnosed with sociopathy, but
I mean, most people aren't.
That's true.
Most people don't actually go to get any sort of professional help.
Right, exactly. Because that professional help has to happen very young for it to have any kind of impact, really. Like it is. Oh.
Lord have that right there is that's the hoot of the day for me, honey. That right there is man up.
Man up.
Just oh Lord. You said that's the wrong bitch right there.
That's what I was like. Well, man up, like it's like a category on Jeopardy. Things to say to the child that you don't actually know. Man up? to the homo child you don't actually know, right? Like,
right.
God.
Man up to the kid that's successfully living their life in their 40s with a home, a spouse, a great job. Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But still, you're still tweaking at that childhood trauma. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, gross. I can right now, if my mother's listening to this podcast right now, I can already tell you that she's sitting there with that face, that face that our family gets. Just then, I knew it then. I knew it then. I just knew it. I knew it.
Oh, God. Anyway.
This is actually great for family trauma. This particular movie. This is a wonderful
I know.
deep dive.
So we find out that the Nazi boy was in the bathroom. And all he heard was Harlan saying, "My will," and Ransom saying, "I'm warning you."
Mm-hmm.
And Ransom's in there, and he just turns to everybody in the room, and is like, "Eat shit, all y'all eat shit. Just eat shit, everyone."
Ransom, honey, do you need a glass of water?
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, all right, great. Mm.
So Fanny leaves the house and just looks and says "asshole" as she's leaving. Don't know what that's about.
We don't know yet, so.
But outside, the Blanc and Marta just sort of walking around. There's some comedy where the dog brings piece of the porch to Marta, or the piece of the trellis where she'd climbed up the day before and broke it.
Yep.
And so it brings back, she throws it away. Well, that dog brings Blanc part of the trellis. So he finds the fake window that Marta entered and exited out of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're at the will reading. All the families in there. And do you know who the lawyer reading the will is?
No, who's that?
That's Frank Oz. I don't think I'd ever actually seen Frank Oz.
Frank Oz, like architect of our childhood, Frank Oz?
Yes, that Frank Oz.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever seen him. Have you?
I don't think I've ever seen him in real life either.
No. I was like, what? That's Frank fucking Oz? Wow.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
Because I need an excuse to go back and watch it again.
Again, for the 12th time. I probably have had too many hauls now, so.
Now you need some oats, girl. It was just there. I could not do it.
I need to turn on a light in this room. Hold on. There's no light in this room. There's no light in this room. There's no light in this room.
Dear listeners, Mims just exited for a moment to go put some
lights. I can't believe you did a Hall & Oates joke, girl.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was just sitting right there. I was like, I gotta say it out loud.
What? Sing a Hall & Oates song.
Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man eater.
Next.
I know a lot. Private eyes, they're watching you. They see your every move.
Next.
Was it Sarah Smiles? That's the one that got them on the black radio stations. And let you smile, they're smiling. Sarah Smiles, yeah.
Next.
Sorry. Good Lord.
One more.
One more?
Can you?
Give me a minute. I said man eater. Well, private eyes. I can't think of another one off the top of my head. What's another one?
I don't know. You were the Hall & Oates fan, not me.
Oh, I just can't remember the names of songs. But, oh, wow, they don't go by Hall & Oates on Spotify. They go by Daryl Hall and Joe. Wait a minute. Now, I'm going to just point this out because this is pretty amazing.
Uh-huh.
The fact that Hall & Oates on Spotify has 20 million monthly listeners. That makes me very happy. Holy crap, that makes me happy. Oh, you make my dreams come true. Yep. I didn't realize that was what that was called. I don't know what I thought that song was called, but I didn't think that's what it was called.
And Out of Touch.
Oh, yeah. So the people that are probably listening to this right now don't realize that I actually was a big Hall & Oates fan in the 80s. Like that was one of my like little kid bands, and I was like, I love them so much.
Yeah, he's what do they call themselves? The Quakers, maybe, for the Oats. Think that was already taken.
I feel like a copyright infringement lawsuit is coming soon.
You can't do that. Religions can't do that. Scientology maybe can, but not the Quakers.
They can't copyright their name? But what if they started like a football team and then called them the Quakers? Okay. Could they copyright the Quakers there?
Well, the Quaker Oats are already there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Quaker's like Quaker is a proper noun. You can't trademark proper nouns.
It's not a verb?
The Quaker?
Don't listen to me.
I'm quaking, girl. I'm quakering.
I'm quakering.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I love it.
You sit quietly until the. Have you ever been to a Quaker ceremony?
No.
So they friendship gatherings.
Okay.
They're all friends.
Okay.
Typically they sit in silence. Until the spirit moves them to speak. There is no minister or anything. They just sit in silence for an hour until somebody moves them to speak.
So what do they normally say?
It's whatever is in their heart.
Oh. So what would happen if like one of the members has Tourette's?
I have a friend. I just let that go. I'm letting all this go. You know what? I'm moving on.
I thought that was pretty. I mean, that was not a.
I don't have an answer for you, and I'm not going to think of what it.
I mean, I don't know. It would be amazing if like a person with Tourette's, if they just happen to say just the right thing. And then they would actually be starting to pick up a congregation.
So
like that.
He has a $16 million house, and the Blood Like Wine publishing company.
Okay, so all of that stuff is up for grabs.
All that stuff is up for the grabs.
Oh man, who's gonna get it?
All assets are left to Marta.
Oh, okay.
They all lose their shit.
It's beautiful.
And like. Jamie Lee Curtis, Linda, starts saying, that bitch, you slept with my dad?
Yep. The Nazi kid calls her anchor baby.
Yup.
Which I was like, that's gross, guys.
That is gross. I mean, Nazi kid's gross.
I mean, he's gross all around, but that was like when we finally got to, like, because they'd only toyed around with it at first. That's when he officially, like, jumped the shark.
I mean, toying around with that early conversation where they were all talking about the immigrants and like.
That's what I thought was really funny. Is it's like them talking. I mean, obviously the movie knows what it's doing, but them talking about that kid and then that conversation happening. I was like, I'm lost here. You're all the same, basically.
Yes, except for Joni. Joni's the only one who's like, you're wrong.
Yeah, except for Joni, the one who's embezzling.
You got it. Hold on. Where's my camera? There's my camera. You got it, girl.
Joni, who's the worst part of liberalism.
Do you like my new glasses, by the way? They're orange.
I do actually like them. I thought they looked really nice on you, and I wasn't 100% sure if they were brand new or if I just missed them previously, but I do like them.
No, they're brand new.
That shade looks nice on your face.
Thank you. It actually brings out the blue in my eyes.
It does.
The complementary color actually makes the blue turn blue, like focus from gray to blue.
It's so Anglo of you. I love it. Your ancestors would be proud.
Just can't even. It's just, and the thing is, it's probably a little bit of Jewish blood I have in me that's that did that.
I know.
Like, Oh, God. Because I've got a little Ashkenazi Jew in me.
Who doesn't?
So, girl, I was at gay poker this past week.
Yes.
And they've all, my friends are crazy. They've been making fun of me for sleeping with a lot of Jewish people. Not just like, I don't know why. To my knowledge, I've never slept with a Jewish person.
Okay.
Not that I wouldn't. Just,
it's not come up in conversation before actual sex happens.
Like I've not really known what their religion is. Like,
right.
I don't
and
know.
It's not like you send a poll after, like, hey, how did you enjoy your experience? Also, what's your religious affiliation? Just for demographic sake.
And I was a so.
Your mama don't listen to our podcast. You can say it out loud.
Oh yeah, I had some fun back in the day. Anyway, so we as I was leaving gay poker, one of the people who don't know me that well screamed out "Happy Hanukkah," and I was like, they started laughing. Or like, he's not Jewish. He's like, oh, I just thought that. I don't know what's. Oh gosh, I'm like, so I just said thank you. And walked out the door.
I mean, we have old Jewish lady spirits, so
it's true.
It's all there.
Old black lady spirits, old Jewish lady spirits.
They're just sitting there having a good old time.
They are.
At a delicatessen that I call my heart.
Eating babka and fried chicken.
Babka. Somebody actually asked that because I do that the voice a lot of times in improv, and they're like you do that a lot. Like, is that like a connection? I was like, well, actually, my grandmother was the housekeeper for a Jewish family in New York. I said, so it's just there. It's just there.
So Marta leaves with Ransom, right?
Yes,
gets in his car.
Everybody. Well, remember, because we're at this point now where the family is not just like a little angry; they're almost like physical to the point that she has to run away from them
because none of them have anything, right?
Nothing.
And like in the scene where they're calling it out, they're like, "What about the house?" And then like the woman beside the will reader points out the bottom of the letter. Ah, yes, the house goes to Marta as well. Like, all of it.
I thought it was really funny, too, like, the idea of, because I felt that, and it took me, like, watching this a few times. Because at first I was a little confused about why Jamie Lee Curtis's character was so upset, because apparently she has, like, a great business. But then, as it was going through, I was like, wait, does she have a great business? Because the way that they're talking about it and the way that she's reacting, it feels like, is the father propping up the business possibly?
No, he's not.
So why do you think she got so upset? Because I mean, she already
because she was connected with her father and won the house. Because she's the one who's asking about the house. She's like, we still have this house. We still have this. Like that's why she was upset that she didn't get
the house,
a physical piece of property, right?
Yeah.
The money wise, she's fine.
Got it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about that. I was like, I don't understand why she's that upset. Michael Shannon's character, I get that because, I mean, that's his entire life.
Yes, that's everything.
Literally propped up by the father. Boy, that guy can be creepy.
So we're at the diner, and Ransom was like, hey, did you kill him? Because I could have killed him after I removed the will, and I know he didn't commit suicide. I know you puke whenever you've eaten, and you just had a huge load of beans and sausage. Tricked you, girl. So she tells him everything.
Everything. You told everything.
Yeah.
Yes, girl. Tell it, girl. You told everything.
I'm just semi-voguing over here, y'all.
Yeah, they can hear the slapping.
Oh, God. Exclusive.
'96
Club 96. Oh God. Oh God. Girl, so I listened to our other Christmas podcast, like the one of Santa Claus, which you should go back and listen to.
I did.
You did? All 3 of them? Okay, good. Okay, good. They were they are, dear listeners, if you skipped over them just to get to this, they're pretty good. Like they are. We were on.
We were off. We were on.
we did not want to be there, but we did it for y'all.
We were so appalled by that movie at that point.
Well, Mrs. Claus has a sex cult. There's some racist reindeer who just don't want to go to Ethiopia because they're scared of black people.
Oh my gosh. Something is wrong with us.
It's true. So we're at the house. We're back at the house.
Back at the house.
The family's having conversation with the lawyer, and they're like, well, she won't get anything if she does this. The lawyer's like, no, that doesn't apply. What about this? So that doesn't apply. What about if she killed him? And he's like, well, no, she wouldn't get anything if you prove that she killed him. And then he's like, but I'm done here. Like, do y'all need me? No. Okay, bye. I'm gone. Whatever. Y'all figure this shit out.
Deuces.
Deuces. Drops that mic, walks out the door. Last we see of Frank Oz.
Yeah.
So we're back at the diner. Hey, girl. I won't tell anybody anything if you give me my cut and fuck my family. Just fuck them all.
I don't remember him saying that. Did he?
He says fuck my family.
Oh wow. I missed that.
He does. Like he's pretty. Yes, that is direct quotes in my.
Wow, Chris. Wow.
Yeah, he's come a long way from was it Date Movie? What was the one where he had the whipped cream with the 2 cherries and the banana up his ass?
Yes.
Or the Human Torch?
Yeah.
Flame on.
I feel like they always make that joke about Zac Efron. They're like, Zac Efron has been with me in every part of my journey as a gay man. That's how I feel about Chris Hemsworth, because like his career in
Chris
terms
Hemsworth or Chris Evans?
Whatever, Chris Evans. His physical self and how he's matured over the years. I'm like, everything you turn into just happens to be what I'm also into.
Yeah, I don't he was cute when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's gotten older, he stole Ryan Reynolds' career, but as he's gotten older, I like Ryan Reynolds better.
Oh yeah, no, I still like Ryan Reynolds better.
Yes,
but you're correct. He did take, because Ryan Reynolds was on that trajectory.
Yes, after Blade Trinity. Whew, girl.
Penny.
I just need to give a moment for
Penny.
Those abdominals in that chair.
And the Amityville movie. Lord have mercy.
He's not naked in that.
He is shirtless in that movie.
Is he?
Yes, wearing long john pants.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Out there cutting wood.
Oh, okay.
Honey, you need to go back and revisit.
I mean, no, that's a bad movie.
I mean, it's a bad movie, but it's the body. But and on top of that, it's the body with body hair on it too, because he let that stuff grow out.
Okay.
It is.
All right, Lance Morissette.
It is the business, Penny.
You knew they were together, right?
I know. Okay. I know. Her and she dated a lot of Hollywood people.
So Meg calls her.
This part upsets me so much.
And she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry everything turned out, but you could just like give it back to us because it's kind of ours anyway. Okay, bye."
But that's not all she says, though, because she also says they're broke. She also says that she's worried about school. She also says, and essentially it is the reverse of the conversation that she had with Marta that we talked about in our previous episode.
That's absolutely true. But Marta does say that Meg does not have to worry, that she's going to handle her school for her.
Yeah, no, she said the exact same thing.
She said, wait, but my family.
Right.
Nah, girl. Nah. It is kind of nice that little Nazi boy will have no money, though, ain't it?
Isn't it nice?
It is.
You're like, oh my gosh, you're just going to end up just where you should.
And also, we talk about what's her doodle, Walt's wife. What is her name?
I don't remember her name.
She's in Wednesday as the psychiatrist.
She's a therapist.
I love her.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch her and the other girl? Are you familiar with her?
Yeah, what's the show called? I always want to call it by that other two girl show, but it's not that one.
So they had a band too. Like
right.
They were a band before that.
Yeah.
If you find any of that stuff, it is hilarious. They did a little thing at a bar. Who said it? Kanye or Hitler? And this was about 5-6 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty funny.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they predicted it. So we're at Marta's house, okay? And TV reporters are like bombarding them. She's like, her mom's like, did you win all this money? What about me? You know, I'm undocumented. Is everything going to be okay? And she's like, Mom, I'll handle it.
Her mother is flipping.
Yes.
Ouch.
You just stay low, stay in here. I'll handle it. I'll handle it. So then we pan over to the mansion real fast. And Blanc meets old Mrs. Thromby and just sits down with her and is like, honey, I know it, like he's talking to her. He's like, I understand if you don't want to talk, but I'll just sit here with you a while until you decide to, ma'am.
Ransom?
What? No, sorry. This is Ransom. I'm just being Blanc. He has a little gravel in his voice, doesn't he?
He does, but you actually do it really well since you already have a very effete Southern voice.
Do I have a strong Southern accent? I didn't know.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I know you're joking, but for a moment there, I'm pretty sure the audience, for just a second, thought, "Is he kidding?"
So the worst part is hearing myself back because dear listeners, I don't know if this is true with you, but I do not hear myself having an accent whatsoever.
I don't think anybody hears themselves like that, though.
And then I hear myself back, and I'm like, "Hey y'all, how you doing? What's new with you? Hi, oh my god."
I mean, it's the same. I mean, I will personally, in my own version of that as well. I never thought I had an unusual in the South. I never thought I had an unusual speaking voice. And then I heard myself, I was like, okay, I get it. I get it now. Why nobody thought I was from there.
You have no accent, really. Like, it is very bland, white, middle of the road.
When I went to school and we had to start doing the broadcast stuff, I was like, oh, okay.
Which is odd because your brothers didn't turn out sounding like you.
No, they both do.
Yeah.
And it's very funny. So we actually just had a family meeting on Monday. Was it Monday? No, 2 days ago. Whatever.
A family meeting?
Yeah, we had a family meeting.
Okay.
Not a bad family meeting. It was just family meeting, right? And it was funny because I'll tell you after broadcast. It was funny because I heard them both talking, and I kind of looked over at my husband. I was like, I didn't realize they sounded like this. It was like, and then I got even more confused. I'm like, why do I sound like this? I don't understand. What's wrong with me? I don't even sound like my own siblings. So I don't know. I don't know how it happened. I still don't have a clue how this happened.
Self-hate.
But self-hating, that's the southern part of me. Oh wait, that doesn't check out.
Yeah.
It's check out technically.
So we're back at Marta's, and Marta tries to sneak out the back door, and Walt is there in the hallway.
This is my least favorite part of the movie because I felt like this was, it made me uncomfortable.
So she asks if he asks if she's going to renounce the inheritance. And while he's talking, she notices a letter that was in the mailbox has nothing like written on the front. And Walt threatens her mother, to which she just says, I'm going to keep this money. And now I have all the lawyers and like I have the money. So
all the resources
that you had. So thank you. And goes back in the door, back in her house, slams door in his face, locks it. And Walt just looks defeated.
That was the absolute wrong way to go about that, Walt. I'm sorry.
It was.
Like, you just that is just not the right trajectory.
So she opens a letter and it says she's back inside, and Marta opens up this letter and says, I know what you did. And it's a copy of the top part of toxicology report.
Yes.
So we pan over from this to the medical examiner's office.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's on fire.
It's just burned down.
And like, apparently this place does not keep any kind of electronic records. Like, apparently cloud computing has skipped over Boston.
I felt like, I was like, this is totally a Murder, She Wrote episode suddenly.
So Blanc is there because he's like, he was looking for the toxicology report on Harlan as well. And Marta's driving up, and she's with Ransom. And he's like, well, did the person leave you any other note with this? Maybe your email or anything? So she checks her email.
Yes.
And they give her an address and a time to go and meet, right? Well, she's there. She pulls up. She sees the fire at the medical examiner. She's like, "Oh no!" And Blanc turns around, sees her with Ransom, and they start chasing her. And Blanc's like, "Wait! Stop!
And she's like, "No."
And she's in her little Hyundai and drives as fast as she can. And there is a pretty good chase scene. Like,
it was decent for a murder mystery.
Yeah, it was. It was, especially when they actually get into the town and start like going back and forth through things.
Yeah.
So they finally go into a parking lot, and Marta like gets out and she thinks she's safe, and the police are there, right? Because it's a realistic chase scene, at least.
That's what I really loved about parts of this movie, is that it did, obviously the guy that made the movie did that on purpose, but I love that they did not have anything be illogical.
Right. Absolutely. So they take Ransom in, and LeBlanc joins Marta.
Mm-hmm.
Like he first LeBlanc asks something about Marta, and she throws up in a in a cup when he doesn't see her, and then he joins her. Which, why he can't always smell this puke, I will never know.
Especially in this scene, I was like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Because vomit has a smell to it.
Yep.
And that ain't nothing but a little McDonald's cup. That ain't gonna hold back the smell. Come on now.
So they're driving back to the mansion, or to the police station. And she's like, well, I need to do a little pit stop because it's 10 a.m. And so she goes to Columbus Street with LeBlanc, parks out front, and goes through another building, goes around back, and it's an abandoned laundromat.
Interesting.
There's a case with all the documents in it.
Uh-huh.
And, well, no, it's a case with her, like, vials in it. It's her milk case, which was stolen earlier.
Right.
And there's someone in the chair.
Who is that?
Well, she pulls off the thing, and it's Franny with a huge spider crawling across her face. Oh, like a tarantula. Oh,
I can't stand
actually, that could happen in Western North Carolina with those fucking wolf spiders out there.
Oh, we have giant ones like that here too. There's actually one right outside my window right now. It is about the size of about 4 quarters together.
Yeah. You wave at it and say hello.
I do that. I made a decision. I'm like, I'm not gonna be afraid of them because they keep telling me that they're afraid of me too. So
they aren't.
Like, okay.
Who told you that lie? They won't hurt you. Typically, those kind of spiders won't hurt you.
Okay.
Right? They're not. It's not that they're not afraid of you. It's that they just don't want anything to do with you.
Okay. That's just okay. That makes it better.
You are not what they are after.
Cool. Dear listeners, you may not know this, but I have a very, 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 very strong fear of spiders. So that's why.
Oh, you and me both, girl.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think that's how. If I do have a heart attack, I think that's what's going to happen. By the way, I honestly feel like one day, and I can say this because this happened recently. One day, I accidentally walked into some webbing that I didn't know was there. And the feeling that I got, I thought, one of these days, that's going to go too far because I screamed. And I live in a suburban neighborhood, and I'm almost certain people thought some person was being attacked because it was too much. I was being attacked.
Girl, I was walking downstairs of my house, and I'm just walking along. It was first thing in the morning, and just a little tendril right in front of me comes down with a spider just saying hello. And I'm like, oh. I just turned around and went the other way to the kitchen.
We have one of those every once in a while, and when that happens, my husband's always like, "How do you see that?" I'm like, "I never miss them."
Oh no, this was a spider. Like
spider.
A spider. Not one of the little like long-legged house spider. So this was spider.
I would have burned the house down.
I don't. Dear listeners, judge me if you must. I don't kill them.
Me neither.
I let them be in the house because I don't want mosquitoes or other bugs in this house.
Right.
Like
as long as they're not like on me and like not in the way of stuff, I'm like, I'm not gonna. And so that's the thing. It's like I don't want to do that.
You know what bothers me more than spiders? There are two things that bother me more than spiders: cockroaches.
Okay.
Which we have. I live kind of in the woods, so I have like the American wood roaches that don't even want to be inside.
They don't.
And so you just take them back outside. At least that's what I do. And the fucking oh God, what are they called? Earwigs. Oh, I hate. And all earwigs are, dear listeners, if you didn't know, they are wingless moths. That is what they are. I don't want those weird ass creepy things anywhere near me.
I don't like bugs.
And scorpions. I don't like scorpions, but luckily we don't have very many in North Carolina.
We don't have a lot of those down here either.
We have one that is so tiny you wouldn't nearly need a microscope to see it. That's about it. Can't sting you, so.
Let's move on. I can't talk about bugs.
Let me tell you what happened today. I put out some bird food and freshened up my bird bath today.
You are in the woods. Good Lord.
And I'm not. I mean, the main street's right in front of my house. But like, I had some bluebirds come by and they looked a little hungry, so I decided to feed them.
The bluebirds.
Yesterday, as I was doing that, I looked up and there was a crow that was cawing at me, and I just said, "Hey, don't worry, there'll be some food in a minute." So today, I go outside. I look outside as my husband's giving his piano lesson, and I look outside and there's like a murder of 5 crows out there.
Yes.
I was like, "Hey, babies, welcome to your I love you.
Oh my gosh. So it was meant to be.
I love crows so much. They're so cool looking.
You're an ally now.
I am.
I'm so jealous.
I want them to bring me sparkly things. I hope they do. Dear crows, if you're listening to this podcast right now,
bring me sparkly things. I know that you have stolen an iPhone at some point in your life and you figured out how to get in there. And of course, you subscribe to both Mims and Maim Baking Sugar and Mims and Maim You Slay Me. And followed us on Instagram at Mims and Maim. And at Facebook at Mims and Maim, and became a patron at patreon.com, Mims and Maim. Those are the smartest crows,
they are, but I'm just asking for a sparkle, just a little sparkle too.
Just a little bit, honey. Just a little pearl of some kind. Everybody needs
a pearls.
Exotic emeralds.
Emeralds, yes.
It's almost garnet season.
I'll be happy to get a bottle cap, look. But whatever.
We got so off topic.
We did. So there's morphine on the floor and a letter that just says you did this. So Marta thinks for a second about either leaving or staying, but she calls 911.
Yes, because she's a good person.
She is a good person.
Yes.
So we're at the hospital now, and Marta has decided she's going to tell the Thrombies that she's going to give it all up. Mm-hmm. And Blanc's like, I don't think that's a good idea, but you can do whatever you
what you got to do, girl.
Do what you got to do. So on the ride back, Marta tells Blanc everything, just all of it. So they're at the house. Meg apologizes, and it's like, well, I think that Fanny probably kept the actual tox report in her secret stash store. So they go in there, they pull that out. She hands it to Blanc to have. Mm-hmm. And as she's going over to tell the family she's going to give it all up, Blanc cuts in and's like, no, absolutely not. You did not do anything. Absolutely nothing. And Mrs. Thromby laughs her ass off. Just absolutely laughs her ass off. So we're in the other room. Oh my God, where'd it go? Sorry, hit a button and it got all screwed up. And Blanc has figured it all out. Ransom shows up and they start talking. And Blanc's like, Ransom, why'd you hire me? So he goes through a little bit of a recap. Harlan told Ransom everything. He goes up and sneaks upstairs, switches the meds, right? Takes the naloxone out so Marta can't even save him. And Marta knew which vial was which. She had never poisoned Thromby. If he had just let her call 911, he would still be alive today.
Yep.
What is this? When Mama Thromby saw Marta, she looked at him and said, Ransom, you're back already. Mm-hmm. So that was a clue that he had already gone up there, switched it, came back down, and left.
Which also makes sense, because it took me this last time watching it too.
Yeah.
That makes sense why the trellis broke.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Marta went up there, Ransom had already been on the thing. So It was already weakened. So it took a couple of watches. I was like, oh, wait, that makes sense now.
He came back Ransom came back during the funeral. Fanny saw it, and she was trying to blackmail Ransom. So that letter that the tox report that she got was actually what Fanny sent to Ransom. Mm-hmm. He heard. No, wait, we can skip it. And as what Fanny said to her was not you did this, but Hugh did this, which is what Ransom made all of the servants call him. Rather than Ransom, made him call him by his first name, Hugh, because he's an asshole.
Yep, all of this peaks into how much of an awful person he is.
Ransom also destroyed, that's what his destroyed office. He also destroyed set the office ablaze.
He went on a spree.
Yeah, he went on a spree. So there's a phone call. There's a phone call from the hospital for Marta. Fran's alive.
Oh my God, that's so great. I really thought she was going to die. She seemed really like she was going to die.
So Ransom loses it. Absolutely lose it. He admits to all this and switching the stuff now that Franny's alive and all of that. And all of a sudden, Marta throws up all over him.
Yes.
Because Franny was actually dead.
And it looked really real.
He committed murder.
And confessed to it.
They have a recording of him confessing. He picks up a knife, runs at Marta, and from the beginning of the movie, we learn that he can't tell a real knife from a prop knife, and stabs her. Knocks the ground and stabs Marta. But it's a prop knife. It's Chekhov's prop knife. As Ransom's being pulled out and into the cop car, his dad is trying to bribe the cops with like wads of cash. Just absolute wads of cash. Linda finds the letter. And it ends.
Go through how she did. Go how she discovers it though, because that's part of it. Because it's the same.
She sees
the same envelope from the first episode that we talked about.
Yes, it's the same envelope with the L. Note. She sees a blank note. She just takes her lighter as she's lighting up a cigarette, puts it up underneath, and the letters appear. And she reads it. And as she's looking out over everything, Marta comes out on the balcony, and the entire family just turns to look at her and smokes.
Linda. Oh, Linda.
And the very end of it is basically Block talking to her. It's like, well, how do you know that it wasn't me? And he's like, well, a real killer would have been better at cleaning their shoes. Oh man, that was a fun one.
That was fun.
It really was. Like that was a hootenanny.
I love that a lot. Like
I
mean, it's funny. Some movies you do, they're not as entertaining after a couple of times, but this one is like you always find new stuff when you watch it.
Right. It's absolutely true. I wonder what we're gonna do next year.
I don't know.
Dear listeners, if you're a Patreon, send us some suggestions, right? We love suggestions.
We like suggestions. We love notes. We love 5-star reviews.
Right.
Also.
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, 5-star reviews, absolutely. You know what? Let's see if there are any more reviews. There probably won't be, but who knows? Oh no! Did it? Oh, log in to Pod Rover. Log in. Oh no! I need to update my account, Maim. Oh no! Let's go. Hold on, Maim. Talk for a second.
Hello, dear listeners.
Hello.
In the spirit of the holiday season, if you or your loved ones need something to listen to while driving to your various holiday destinations, please don't hesitate to share links to You Slay Me and also Baking Sugar, the Designing Women podcast. They are the perfect accompaniment to your long drives to family and friends and celebrations around the continental U.S. and also Europe and Asia.
And Antarctica. Oh no. Pause.
Karaoke at Killer Idol in South Beach, Miami. You can also find me performing with the Villain Theater Improvised Comedy Theater in Miami as well. More about them at villaintheater.com. Various stand-up gigs and things like that around South Florida also. How about you, Mims?
Hey y'all, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at Divine Miss Mims. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have Patreon?
What?
Dear listeners, you go to patreon.com. Mims and Maim. What else do I normally do at this point? Oh, hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have podcasts?
What?
Dear listeners, you can find our podcast at Baking Sugar, a Design Women podcast called Baking Sugar, or a Murder, She Wrote podcast called You Slay Me, wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
Dear listeners, if you go to mimsandmaim.com, you can get a shirt or some shit. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
No.
5-star reviews. Dear listeners, if you like us, love us, leave us a review and 5 stars where you get your podcasts. It means the world to us, and we do read them and send them back and forth to each other.
And it helps our visibility too.
They do help for visibility. Yeah. Hey, Maim,
yes.
After closing that last meeting, do you have anything to add?
You are so over it now.
I've lost my mood. Why don't you just say goodnight, Maim?
Happy holidays, Maim. Good night.
Bye, y'all.